Hello, hi, it's me, Rose. It's Sunday. Normally I have things to film, but you know what? It's been too long, and we need to sit down and play in makeup. So let's play in makeup. I've got shiny things, I've got glittery things, I've got matte things, I've got new foundations to try. Let's do this. I also assure you I'm not doing my makeup in the middle of an interstate. I'm safely at my vanity. No matter how loud it sounds outside, I am safe. Dadgum NASCAR race out here. I sit here and I leave one of my windows open for Judah to look out. And I would also like to remind you that the speed limit on my road is 35 miles an hour. But this is the complaint for the city. On to makeup! I think these are going to be our color tones here. That's going to be the Natasha Denona, this little baby palette, the Mini Love palette. And then I'm also going to use this from Natasha Denona, the Liquid Shadow and Dragonfly. But obviously I'm going to put names. I'm just really wanting to get into some Valentine's Day glam. I want some pinks and some mauves, and that's basically what it's going to be for 2 weeks. I love it. This is fun. Okay, so let's do some clean canvas. I'm just going to use the shade Fair today. And we'll just start by pressing this in. I'm using my Anisa eye treatment brush. I just find that this just applies it really smooth. And I wish that I had been using this all along. So just tap it all the way up to the brow bone. And I'm even going to go a little bit in here. I'm going to look wild for a while. It's just going to make sure that we have all of this nice and coated in case we want to extend it. Alright, so let's grab this little cutie pie right here. I'm going to grab this shade on my prototype brush. Very similar to the MAC 228S. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to tap this kind of above. Now, I already naturally know where the fold of my eye is, so I can kind of just place it immediately. But if you're not sure, completely relax your eye. And what we're wanting to do is create larger lid space. So we're just going to relax and go right above. And that's going to give us a nice guideline. I'm going to pick up a little bit more, and I'm just going to continue to tap. Remember, if you're not sure, you can leave your eye open. It really does help. But at this point, I know where to place my brush, and I'm just going to keep tapping and bring it all the way over this way. I also think instead of going downwards, I'm going to bring that shadow kind of just straight across here. If we've already brought it down too far, don't worry, because we can just come back in and clean that up with eyeshadow. So now, without adding any more product on my brush, I'm just going to start to tap and transition. I'm going upwards with each tap. I'm kind of tapping, going up, tapping, going up. And that's just going to create a transition out of this one shade. We're still going to use the darker shade in the palette, but this is a kind of a cheat, so you don't have to reach for another palette. So just kind of keep going back and forth, and you'll create a nice transition shade. You can kind of see it come to life there. Okay, so now I want you guys just to grab any cream eyeshadow, and we're just going to tap that on the highest point of the brow. And this is just going to finish setting everything, and it's also going to really transition it all together. But I focus most of it right on the top part of my brow, right here, and then from there I'll just go kind of back and forth and tap it into that shade that we first laid down. All right, I got a tip for y'all. So since I have a very neutral pink skin tone, sometimes shadows that might kind of fall in the mauve, however you say it, tone, they lean purple, but I want to keep this pink. So I'm going to tell y'all something. Are you ready? I want y'all to find the pinkest hot pink you have, okay? Go find it. It's going to frighten you. I'm going to grab this one. This one was the closest. I love this palette. I've had it for years. It's amazing. I'm going to grab this one. It's going to scare y'all to death. Even I was scared when I first practiced that. I want y'all to just tap it right there. Make sure we don't have too much. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to tap it mainly into the center. That's going to bring back the pink. Check that out. It's going to pull that pink back in. It's going to take us out of that purple territory, and it's going to kind of put the life back in it that we're looking for. That's a big tip. A lot of times we see these colors and we're scared of them, but they can actually help us with our neutrals. Just wanted to give y'all a dupe to the Viseart palette. Honestly, I highly recommend this one, and I should have grabbed this one, but it was farther in the back, so I'm actually switching spots with them right now. This one's going to go up front. Okay, you guys are loving the tip about all of these primary colors, a lot of them. Again, primary colors, they're your friend. Even our browns have red in them, so if you kind of lose that, you can just pick up a red and add that red back into the brown. We'll talk about that more. It gets a little confusing, but that's why I'm here. Now I'm gonna grab this shade from the palette, and I'm just gonna start to kind of tap that just in the deepest part, and I'm not gonna take it all the way over this way. I'm just gonna continue to kind of tap it on the outer part of the eye. It's gonna look very defined for just a second, but we will kind of tap that and diffuse it. We're gonna create kind of that clean space through here in just a minute. Now with this part, I want you to completely relax your eye, and I'm just gonna kind of start shading. Remember, everything is set now. So if we wanna pull our brush or even do some small circular motions, we can. This is just gonna help us shape. What I'm doing is I'm kind of just shading this part away on my eye, just to add a little bit of lift. Apparently, I also have the squeakiest drawers in the tri-state area. I like it, it's character. Again, you can just kind of see me pulling the brush, and again, if we want to do some small circular motions to kind of blend and pull this where we want it, we can. This is where shading comes in. We're kind of just shading to add the lift. And also, if I was to have my eyes shut and everything of that nature, I wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing or where I'm shading. So for the outer part of my eye, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of use whatever's left on here to just kind of clean it up. I feel like this makes a cut crease really easy. Now, it doesn't have to be a perfect cut crease. We're not going for that super sharp 60s look, but we do want some definition. Notice that I'm not going to take it in here because we're going to use the liquid eyeshadow there, but for this outer part, I'm going to be using an actual shadow from the palette, so I want it to have a nice sticky base. Look how pretty that lift is. So we're just kind of taking it this way. I also want to do something different. I want to make sure I have base here, so make sure you have base right through here. We're going to need that in a second. It's going to get wild. We're doing a little bit different shape today. I'm so excited. I've missed makeup so much. Alright, so let's grab this beautiful shade. I'm going to grab it here on my little prototype brush, and we'll just start to pack that right through here, just on the outer part to about right about there. Looks good. So it's going to keep tapping this on. Wow, that's a really beautiful shade. Oh man, that's going to give us the spice that we need. So we'll bring it to about right there. Okay, this is just too pretty. Now I'm going to grab the Chromium eyeshadow from Natasha Denona. You hear her? She's letting you know she's back and better than ever. We love you, washing machine. And I'm actually just going to use this to apply it. It really goes on nice with the wand. But I do want you to notice I'm going to relax and just kind of, again, bring this out a little bit straighter than I normally do. And then I'll just kind of go back and forth and melt it into there. Alright guys, so I'm going to grab one of my favorite nude pencils. When I really want a bright waterline, I grab this one from NARS. I love this one. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to extend this and kind of just create a different eye shape. This is very 60s, early 70s. And I'm just going to bring it right through here and kind of just pull it out this way. You're going to see why in just a second. I'm going to grab my corrector here. This is the corrector side of the Precision Duo. This one's sold out in black, but it's still available in brown. And you guys know I use brown eyeliner endlessly. So I'm just kind of cleaning up underneath here. I love this thing. Look at how cool this is going to look. I promise I'm going to do all kinds of Valentine's Day looks. I have very simple ones with just pink lips planned, but you guys, like I said, I haven't played makeup, so let me get wild. Let me hit it with the spice. I'm going to grab my Inglot gel liner, and then I did 2 drops of my Inglot Duraline just to kind of make sure it's going to glide on as smooth as possible. I love to do gel liners whenever I use any kind of glitter eyeshadow. So we'll just bring it on top of, notice I'm going above my pretty little nude liner here. Just kind of go to town there. And then we'll come up from the bottom and we'll connect it. Don't worry about underneath here, we can always clean that up. Just kind of pull it up. My brush is a prototype, but it's just a vent liner brush. Alright guys, I had to go check my mail. I had a feeling some new Carla Cosmetics was in it, and I was right. And I wanted to do something, and I honestly think that this is going to be perfect. Okay, I'm so excited. It's a makeup masterpiece coming together. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. So I feel like the black liner is really pretty, but I feel that it's a little too stark. So I'm going to tap this loose pigment here all over it. It's going to pull pink And you're still gonna see the black through it, but this is really good. Say that you might have messed up a little bit, it might be a little crooked. Just tap a little bit of this loose pigment right on top and it's just gonna look incredibly smooth, but still kind of give us that winged liner intensity. Ooh, that's the spice. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take this all the way across. Okay, so now we're gonna grab these lashes. These are from Makeupaholics. How cute are these? These are pretty spicy. I think we might go with these guys. These are real cute. So let's grab these, get them out somewhere in the chaos. We have tweezers. Ooh, yeah, I like these a lot. And then I'm just gonna trim the inside really fast, just a hair, just a little smidge. I already know the shape of my eye. I'm gonna do a complete eyelash tutorial, but we're just kind of winging it. Let's pop on our lash. I actually used the Duo Dark Tone today. There you go. And it's on. Ooh, that's a pretty lash. All right, let's try this brightening base. This one's gonna be pink, so it's gonna be very, very brightening on the skin. I'll do this side because you guys don't have to do the other side. Just a little bit, and even this seems like a lot, but I'll just use it on the rest of my face. So we'll work it here, underneath the eye. It's kind of gonna have the same effect as that Smith & Colts, but I feel like it's gonna feel a little bit more like a serum, more like skincare, and it does. All right, guys, let's try this out. I already have it over here. I'm kind of like, I like it so much. You guys know I have to try it 3 more times, but the way it went on, and not only that, they sent me an amazing match. I mean, look at that. It doesn't even look like I have anything on. So this is the Filter Effect Foundation, new from Morphe, and I'm just gonna use my Anisa Pinnacle Foundation brush to work this in. I'm kind of blown away. Look how it just melts in. It's beautiful. Now, like I always say, let me try it 3 times before I give a final verdict, but it's so pretty. I have nothing else to say. Oh, by the way, really quick, it is medium to full coverage, and it has no scent. I know that might be really important. And it's very skin-like, incredibly skin-like. And it's made in Italy. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of that foundation and I'm going to start to tap it in here. This brush is a prototype, but any kind of short synthetic brush will do. And I'm going to tap this all the way across, and I just feel that this takes your eyeshadow and kind of makes it one with the rest of your makeup. So just kind of work that in through here. So I'm going to do my Cover FX Power Play Concealer. Just always trying to switch it up a little bit. I love this concealer. This one's a little bit more full coverage than what I normally use. I just feel like being a little extra spicy. And I'm using the shade P Light too. I'm going to grab my Anisa Angle Concealer brush and I'm just going to work this in. Notice that I'm always tapping my brush. It's going up and down and never swiping. A lot of times that can disturb your foundation, any kind of color corrector you might have underneath. So same with our eyeshadow. It's really about pressing and tapping. Now I'm going to grab my Danessa Myricks. This is the Balm Contour. I'm using the shade Light 2. Just double checking that. And I'm going to go just a little bit above my cheekbone just for some added lift. And I'm really doing more of bronzing than I am contouring. Contouring is normally a little bit cooler, while this is going to be a little bit warmer. It's going to be more forgiving. I won't have to be as precise. And I'm just going to tap this in with my Anisa Buffing Bronzer brush. And then I love to make sure that my bronzer slash contour is nice and melted in. So I always go back over everything with my foundation brush. Whatever's in here is just going to be enough to make sure it looks nice and melted and more like skin and less like just a bronzer floating around on our forehead. We're keeping it real pink. So this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and this is going to be in the shade Bora Bora. Okay, and I'm going to scoop some out. Okay, so now I just scooped a little bit out, and I'm picking it up here with my synthetic brush, and I'm just going to start to kind of tap it through here. Sometimes I put it underneath my eye, sometimes I put it here. This is going to add a little bit more lift. This, when you put it here, it just looks a little bit more girly, and it kind of just rounds out the top of the apple of the cheek. I'll just do it through here right now, and a little through here where the sun naturally hits. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set the under eye, and once our under eye is set, we can kind of finish up the eye. And I'm just going to press this in. My little puff here is just from Amazon. This one in particular sold out, but they're all identical. I'm talking identical. I've ordered a couple different ones. Just search makeup puff and then my Givenchy powder. So now I'm just going to take my angle brush again. Let me zoom you guys in. And whatever's left on here, I'm not adding anything else. There should just be enough. We'll just kind of remember to leave that open through there. But we'll just kind of connect it over here. So I actually switched over to this little Shiseido pen liner. See how it's a little crooked? I'm just going to run that back and forth. We can do this side. I needed a little bit more pigment than what was left in that brush, and I forgot I had this. This is actually such a really great liner for tight lining and anything around the tear duct. It actually connects in here so amazing. Look how simple that was. Alright, we got our bird beak going. Now I'm just going to diffuse and smoke out right underneath there. And I'm using this darker shade and this shade. I'm just kind of mixing them together. And I'm just kind of focusing that right through here. I want to keep the front part very defined. And I don't want to bring it over here because this is all cool underneath there. So we'll just buff it out right there. Let's hit the center underneath here with a little bit of that Carla Cosmetics pigment that we originally used. Oh. Then we'll hop back in the palette. We're going to use this for our inner corner. It'll kind of mix with that pink and really just kind of brighten it. There we go. So I wanted to use the nude that Natasha sent over, but I'm going to pull it a little bit more rosy, and I'm going to do that with the lip liner. This is really pretty though. I didn't want to do your normal nude. So I'm going to grab this lip liner from Sorbet. It's in the shade Pure Rose, and I'll just kind of start to shape the lip and mix that together with the lipstick. The lipstick being on first kind of just gives us a base to mix our lip liner and lipstick together. Alright guys, we've reached the end of the tutorial because we've ran out of space on our face. Oh man, this was very spicy for a Sunday. What happened to me? Alright, I swear we're going to be doing a lot more wearable Valentine's Day looks, but this one just, I don't know. It needed to be done. It was inside me and I had to create it. I'm so excited for the week ahead. We're going to do all sorts of things. Back to Fridays where you guys recreate my look. I had to travel this week, but I'm back and I plan on sitting in this chair all week long. I'm so excited. I love you guys so much and we'll see you tomorrow.